we've got one more guest. We should have two, but I got to tell you, Kristen Zwickau was going to be our next guest, and she texted me a little earlier. She has a horrible flu.
Oh no!
And she really is feeling terrible, and was worried. And I said, "Look, you go take care of you.
Yeah,
you've got a daughter to take care of. You know, you've got a busy life and career as a mom, taking care of her daughter with FSHD. She's a very active part of the early onset chapter and a fierce advocate for patients, families, you know, everywhere. And you know, she said to me, I want to find this text from her before we bring Josh in, because I said, I will do my best. You know, I don't have the same passion and voice as you, but I'm gonna do my best. And she said, you know, bring it home, because I am impatient. And I, you know what, we all are. We are impatient. Nothing that we do is enough. Until there are treatments and a cure, nothing that we do is enough. But by God, we're going to keep getting up every day and doing it. Yeah. And, you know, today has been one of those days that says, okay, I'm going to get up and do it another day, you know. So let's bring in Josh, and then you and I will on the backside, we'll bring it home. I hope that folks are getting off from work. They're tuning back in. They've been waiting all day. Maybe they haven't.
They're just waiting to hit the final push-ups, right?
Maybe when we got booted off of Facebook because 8 hours is apparently your limit, and we had to go back in. It put us back on people's radar. Let's hope. But, you know, hit the share button on Facebook. Go to the fundraiser and invite people to be a part of it. Let's see if we can at least top out 20,000 today before we close out today, and claim that other 20,000 of the match. So, but yeah, I'm going to bring Josh in. I gave him a little heads up. You'll play for us. So we'll see.
Oh boy, see what we look like here. Yeah.
Okay. I got about 1 million pop-up notifications all of a sudden here.
Well, Zoom likes to keep you on your toes. Well, and
how's it going?
You're sideways,
You're
Josh.
sideways, Josh. Hey,
we'll fix it.
Awesome.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, how you doing? Oh,
he's coming in, coming out. All right.
There we go. We got you now. You took the Max Adler slide. Max Adler, every time he comes in.
Every time he comes,
he does the same
and then he
thing.
does
So now you've got the slide in as well.
I'm glad I'm not the only.
You are not. You are not. Hey, Josh, Lee, nice to meet you, but I'm going to pop out and let you talk to the man of the hour here. Tim.
Yeah. It's good to meet you. Hi. Hey, Tim. How's it going?
It's going great, Josh. Good to see you again, my man. It's been a while.
It's been a little bit. It's good to be talking again.
Yeah, you as well. So last time we were talking, I think we were all like stuck in our houses, right? And you were shut down with touring, which I could tell was tearing you down. I mean, and it would anybody. And you were not the only musician at the time that I was chatting with during that time, and how difficult that time was. Obviously, you made it through the other side. And are you still playing? And I know the answer is yes, but I don't know if everybody else knows.
Heck yeah, I am. Yeah. I actually relocated myself out to Denver. You know, I was ready for a change by the end of the pandemic, as I think a lot of people were. So found myself out here, and it's been a fruitful move for me. I've been making music and doing my thing.
That's great. Colorado's a beautiful part of the country. So are you inspired then by the picturesque views?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You were well, I guess let's back up a little bit, because some are going, wait a minute, who's this Josh Bergmann guy? And like, what are we talking about with the music? So you are a musician, you have FSHD, doesn't stop you, you continue to play. What is your instrument or instruments of choice?
The two big ones are mandolin. Mandolin's the more interesting of the two, and guitar.
Guitar. Why is that? Why is it more interesting?
I don't know. It's more unique. I guess that there's a heck of a lot of guitar players where I don't know how many mandolin players you know.
I think you're the only one that I know. That's not saying a lot. You know,
I'm the best player you know. Then.
That's true. Yeah, but I know you're a very good player. I mean, you're a very good player, and you have just tremendous talent. And like, you write your own music, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you know, you're composing music, writing music, lyrics as well. Is that accurate too? So
yeah,
great lyricist. So these are all things, people, that, full disclosure, I get absolutely jealous about. I shouldn't. It's a bad feeling. You shouldn't be that way. I've always wanted to play instrument like Josh does, and to sing and songwrite like that. I mean, I just gravitate to the singer-songwriter type guy. Dude, my Spotify is loaded up with it. And yes, I have listened to your music on that app often. And it's not even my style of music, but because I know you, I like it. You know what I mean? So I just love that I know this guy. I'm like, I know this guy. And like, I'll have it on and I'll tell you, I kind of talk to this guy that's playing this and singing right here. And they're like,
nice.
What?
More music's coming too. So keep your,
really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so then where are you at then with the musical journey?
So here in Denver, I found myself being pretty busy. I'm in a couple different bands. The community out here has welcomed me with open arms, and I'm getting a lot of opportunities, and I think things are just going really well, you know, and I've been getting more and more opportunities to interact with the FSHD community, and I performed at a fundraiser down in Austin. Could talk a little bit more about that. It was a really, really great experience down there with Ashley Bryan. Some of you probably know her. That was great. It's been good. You know, it gives me I'm always grateful that what I love to do also offers me a platform to share about myself and give insight to FSHD, because I in appropriate settings, I probably don't pull out, you know, the speeches at bar gigs necessarily, but I find myself in a lot of settings where I get to share and give people insight into what it's like for me to have FSHD and bring some awareness to it, and I'm grateful for that.
So you said how many bands are you involved with?
I'm in bands right now, so it's a full plate for me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. the old arm gets tired over here, you know.
Yeah, but like I do recall, like, when my doctor asked me, you know, when I first got diagnosed, you know, and I told him, oh, this hurts, like I'm a baseball coach, and so I throw the ball a lot or whatever. Right. He goes, well, it hurts. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, but you don't stop. I said, no, I just get closer. I just make an adjustment. It's like, right. So it's like I knew he was trying to make a point. Like, you're not going to let it stop. You're just going to make an adjustment, and you're going to keep going. And you are living that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I persevere for sure. It's a daily struggle. Absolutely. And I have some, you know, I have support in more ways than one. Just from my community, encouragement and just people having understanding for me. If I just tell my bandmates, like, hey guys, I got nothing for you day, you know, I'm just done today. I can't do anything. You know, I receive understanding, and I appreciate that. And then I have a literal support in this arm brace that I use. Did we talk about that last time?
I think so. Yeah. It is very unique. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have it? Is this like show and tell? I feel like show and tell is coming.
Yeah. Here, I'll be right back. It'll just take me 1 second to grab.
All right. You guys have to see this, because Josh has got this brace that he puts on his arm, and it helps him play. And playing the mandolin, maybe that's also part of it too, maybe because it's like smaller, a little bit lighter, but the skill and like the movement that it takes and the stamina. And I know that this brace helps him. Here he is. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah. So I had this brace made for me, and I probably when I spoke to you the first time around, I was just starting to really need it. And at this point in my life, it's totally invaluable to my playing. Wow. I wouldn't be able to perform without it. So I always wear this. It's always, you know, this thing is like having this thing on my arm while I'm playing in front on stage. Always raise questions. Everyone's always super curious about it. And the variety of reactions when I tell them, because you know, I'm always like, oh well, I've got this disease, and I've got muscular dystrophy, so I don't have a bicep or tricep on my right arm. And people's reactions are just, I get a vast variety of reactions with that. They're just like, really? It's like you just did that up there? I was like, yeah, man. It's like, you know, I found my avenue and my way be able to keep doing what I can do. And I try to encourage people, and kind of act as some example that maybe you can surpass your expectations. Maybe you can surpass other people's expectations, you know?
So when you're wearing it, I'm assuming that, does that help with the stamina, supporting your own arm? I mean, what is the main positive of wearing it, and what would it be like without it?
Yeah, well, with because I'm missing my bicep and tricep on this arm. So even just holding my arm at a 90-degree angle to like strum an instrument, play an instrument would be virtually impossible, you know? Like, so I've like changed my play style. You know, a lot of people strum from their elbow. I have my elbow locked, and then I just rotate my wrist. So I figured out how to play like that. Huh. And then even with that adjustment, which I was utilizing for a long time, I found just holding my arm at this angle would become just incapacitatingly exhausting. So I had a prosthetics company make this brace for me. And if you're curious about it, I encourage you to look up. I imagine that any established prosthetics company could like begin this sort of process for you. So if someone's interested, I encourage you to reach out to whatever prosthetics company might be in your area, and maybe look into it. So this gives me the support I need. It's got some flexion, so I'm not totally locked in. And then my bicep doesn't get exhausted, and just get to play with my wrist.
Wow. So you adapted.
Yeah.
Master adapter, right? I mean, I think that's what most of us are. But for the sake of the fact that the passion to play, kind of leads the way.
Yeah, definitely. And I an aspect of the perseverance is this like the satisfying feeling of saying like F you to muscular dystrophy every time I get there and play. And like, even though it hurts, and even though I need the help of like engineering and stuff like that, it's like I'm still doing it, and I get to be proud of that.
What's it like when you're done, and how long are your sets? If you're, I guess maybe that's the first part of the question. How long are the sets, and then what's that like at the other side of it?
Yeah, I'll do full 3-hour sets with breaks. Because once the adrenaline gets going, it's not too hard to stop. But I'll be, if I'm approaching 3 hours in, I'm totally fried. That's it. But yeah, the after effects is more where I pay the price. I feel like, even though I am in pain when I play, it's like the draining aspect of it afterwards is definitely a price that I have to pay, but it's definitely worth it. But definitely, just really low energy levels and pain in my arms, and even exacerbated weakness with like my bicep and tricep on my right arm especially.
So tell us about the event that you did for the FSHD group. That was in Texas, right? You're talking about
that was just such a beautiful time. It was really the first time that I've gotten to be surrounded by other FSHers, and it really meant a lot to me to be there. It was called Tacos and Tunes down in Austin, and the crew brought me out to share and play music, and they also put me up and stuffed me silly with food for the whole time I was down there. It was great, and everyone was so lovely. It was really great to meet so many people involved, and so many people who care, and so many people who have similar struggles. And it was kind of a unique experience for me, really, because I'm quite used to sharing about these sorts of things, like on stage or in front of people or whatever. But it kind of struck me like a brick when I was up there that it was like the first time that I had been saying and sharing that part of myself to people who know what it's like so intimately,
Yeah, I'd imagine that was a whole different aspect of it, because you said earlier people would kind of look at you about the brace, or they'd say something, or maybe they wouldn't, or they couldn't believe that you were doing what you're doing based on the knowledge they had about muscular dystrophy. At least people knew. I mean, you were there for that.
Right.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it was unique, but it was such a beautiful event, and yeah, only good things happened down there. So
what was the go-to taco choice for you?
Some kind of pork. I'm a sucker for pork tacos, pastor or something like that. And yeah,
I just had to ask. I'm a kind of a taco guy myself, and yeah, it sounded like that would have been a lot of fun. I was asked to come down, I think, and try to broadcast from there. The timing just didn't work, but I'm sure glad you were there when I heard Josh was playing. I'm like, oh,
I could have. Come on.
Yeah. and then I would have done, but then I would have done something stupid that I can embarrass myself. Like, give me a guitar. I can totally do this. like, no, dude, you can't. So no, that's great. So what's next now? Another big event coming up, more gigs of all these bands that you're involved with.
Yeah, winter's coming around, and I put as much on my plate as I really could this past year with the number of bands and the move to Colorado and stuff like that. So I'm gonna take a little bit of time to decompress, because I haven't felt like I've had time to, because I haven't written any songs lately. I've just been so busy putting my energy into getting established here in Colorado and stuff. But the winter provides for a nice opportunity to kind of recharge my batteries, I think, because, well, just gigs naturally slow down and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I'll be focusing a little bit more in the virtual world of things. I'll be releasing an EP of music with the Rose Valley Thorns, and just trying to work on my internet presence and stuff like that, because I discovered how valuable of an avenue that whole thing was during the pandemic, because I wasn't particularly connected with the FSHD community before the pandemic, and then I found myself with like some extra social energy on my hands or something like that, and I sought out the Living with FSHD group and the FSHD Society and various other groups on social medias and stuff like that, and really just I kind of like rediscovered the power and the actual potential for good things in like, for example, what we're doing right now. Right. In all this, so I'll gonna give myself an opportunity to focus on that sort of thing for a little bit.
Nice. Now, as we close out, I don't know if Lee asked, but are you prepared to kind of play a little something, or?
I have a guitar.
I assume you did. I thought you just had one in your pocket or something, like all the time.
Yeah, pretty much. They're always just laying around.
Oh, look at how beautiful! That's a beautiful piece of equipment right there. Wow.
In 1940 Harmony Patrician archtop guitar.
Wow.
My brother got it for me for my birthday one year. I think it's just like the nicest act that he's ever performed for me.
That's great. Yeah. So yeah, if you're prepared to play a little something, we would love to hear it.
Okay, sure. Is there anything else we should say before I play this, or?
Give on Giving Tuesday, right? I mean, we need that plug.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's why we're all here, right?
Right.
Well, I did real quick how the day's been going so far. I've been around all day, so I haven't really been able to tune in. But,
well, if there's any, I know the interviews will all be, back on the replay, YouTube, whatnot, right? And it has been a lot of hope, a lot of hope. The science, definitely the people from like Fulcrum and Avidity and all those types of bio companies and stuff there's nobody said, well, we're not really sure, we're kind of hitting a wall. Nope.
Yeah.
Everything it's coming, we're working on this is what we're doing in the last couple of months. It's all positive.
It's really seeming like a hopeful time for us, isn't it?
It does. It really does.
We deserve it, man. We've endured, haven't we?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll play this song. I'll play the same song that I opened up the Tacos and Tunes performance with, and it's called I've Endured.
Nice.
Born in the mountain many years ago, I've climbed these hills and valleys through the rain and snow. I've seen the lightning flashing, I've heard the thunder roll. I've endured, oh, I've endured. How long must one endure? Well, barefoot in summer on into the fall. Too many mouths to feed, they couldn't clothe us all. Same church on Sunday to learn the golden rule. I've endured, oh, I've endured. How long must one endure? Well, I've worked for the rich, and I've lived with the poor. I've seen many mouths to feed, and I'll see many more. I've lived, loved, and sorrowed, been through success's door. I've endured, oh, I've endured. How long must one endure? Well, born in the mountain many years ago, I've climbed these hills and valleys through the rain and snow. I've seen the lightning flashing, I've heard that thunder roll. I've endured, oh, I've endured. How long must one endure? Said I've endured, oh, I've endured. How long must one endure?
Bravo, 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 bravo.
Thank
I love it.
That is beautiful. Wow. Man, you see that? Just all that, what is that? Yeah, quick action. I mean, come on.
I'm so jealous. I played guitar when I in my youth, and I always wanted to play that way. I did not. I was never that good. But
Well, I've been doing it for long enough to where if I couldn't play like that by now, it'd be it'd be a little sad.
well, you are a talented individual, Josh. Thanks for sharing your talents with all of us. It's really appreciated.
Here and chat with you guys, and really glad that the event went so well, and huge massive thanks to everyone who's contributed, who's played a part, who's everything.
It's been an amazing day. Thanks so much for being
Thanks,
here
Josh.
with us.
Thank you very much, sir. You be well.
Take
Keep it
care.
up. Yep.
Yeah.
Bye.
You too.
Oh man, Josh is talented.
He is so talented. I'm so glad he was able to be on today. So great. I wish that I could have been to Ashley's event. It just looked and sounded amazing and raised a bunch of money, and it was just fantastic.